Hey there, it's LB. How are you doing today? It's a beautiful day and beautiful blue sky and lovely trees here today in Glendale. And I wanted to share with you a little bit today about the difference between fear and faith. And we've talked about this before, but I want to continue our discussion. You know, living in fear is not a very good way to live. And I'm sure you agree with me, unless you're on the edge of a cliff, right? Because the fear is telling you to get away. Right? But otherwise, living in faith is much more productive. And, you have two people, you teach them the same skills, the same opportunity, and one person's living in fear and living in, he's frustrated all the time, he's depressed all the time, he doesn't feel very happy, he's not confident, he doesn't see any brightness or any hope in the future. And so you teach him those skills, and he doesn't do very well with those skills because of his mindset. And the same thing for someone, another person who has belief in themselves and confidence and sees brightness in their future. And you teach him those same skills with the same opportunity, and he turns those skills into something amazing, right? And so skills are important, but the mindset behind the person with the mindset behind it is even more important. You see what I'm saying? Right? And so when you're living out of faith, you are trusting and believing in God that good things are going to happen. There's a verse that says, for I know all things work together for good for those who are in Christ Jesus. And I believe that's from Romans. I'm not sure if it's chapter 8 or what, but it's in there. But that's a belief and hope in the future, and believe in God that he can watch over you and help you. And so that's really important, is to have faith. And when you have faith, there's a verse in the Bible that says, when you pray, believe that you have received it and it will be yours. And that's from Mark 11:24, and you can actually look it up and see if I missed a word here or there. And but that's basically the essence of the verse. When you pray, believe that you have received it. And if you ask God for something, why would you not believe that God can give it to you? A lot of times people pray, but they don't pray in belief. They don't pray in faith. And that's kind of like, think about it like this. Think about trust. Trust, if you trust a chair, you sit in the chair. But if you don't trust a chair, you don't, right? And so when you ask God for something, believe that God's going to give it to you. That's trust, okay? And receive it. Believe that you have received it. That calls into being using your imagination. Because as you remember, there's a verse that says, faith is the substance of things not seen. Oh man, I forgot the verse now. The evidence of things not seen, something like that. And so faith is believing in things that you can't see. And a lot of people say, well, if I don't see it, I don't believe it. But the reality is, if you can believe it, you can see it. Because everything that's created, the cars, the houses, everything that man has created was first in their imagination. They first believed it. Disneyland was not a thing until Disney believed he could create it, and then he did. Okay, so you have to turn things around and look at things differently. Okay, so I want you to understand that living in fear is completely different than living in faith. And living in faith hopes and believes and sees good things, and it allows you to use your imagination and create things that are born from faith and born from prayer. Beautiful things that can start happening and developing and achieving. You see what I'm saying? Isn't that amazing? Well, I wanted to encourage you with these words this morning, or this afternoon, or whatever time it is for you when you see this video. And if you're seeing this on YouTube, don't forget to give it a like and subscribe, because I really want to be able to help other people to be able to hear this and to encourage them to think outside of their comfort zone and to allow themselves to dream a little bit and vision, and use their imagination to create vision, and use their faith to pray and ask God for things and believe good things can happen, and see things with faith instead of fear. And I hope this has really helped you today. You have a wonderful day. This is Albie, and I look forward to helping you personally. If you see this on YouTube, I might put a video link up here where you can just copy that, put that inside your browser, and then click on it and check out more about how we're able to earn on the internet from anywhere in the world and going after our dreams and achieving amazing things. And I'd love to work with you personally and share with you more about it. You have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.